Putin News Today. Putin's 6G plan is a candidate for Russia's tech graveyard. Russia is skipping the deployment of 5G networks entirely and aiming to develop super-fast 6G technology, hoping to achieve a generational leap. 100 million, or more. That's ambitious, to say the least. Russia's failure to build her 5G network was first due to opposition from the Russian military and later due to Western sanctions. National and international experts consider the project unrealistic, but the government plans to invest billions of dollars in the program. The utopian project the Kremlin is looking forward to isn't just developing a state-of-the-art 6G network in the country under strict technological sanctions. The country is a graveyard of failed technology projects, all lavishly funded by Russian taxpayers. Early examples include a national search engine called Sputnik. It became a competitor to Yandex and Google and was personally promoted by then-President Dmitry Medvedev. He never took off and was quietly killed in 2020. There was also a new tank called the Armata, which, according to the Ministry of Defense, was unique in many respects and incompetitive anywhere in the world. This tank was not seen on the Ukrainian battlefields. Every year the graveyard of failed projects grows. Does this suggest that the Kremlin is inclined to unfair and futile adventurism in technological development? This is clearly not the case. Russia has a long history of sudden and paradoxical technological breakthroughs that stunned the world. The Soviet satellite Sputnik is one of them. Their success has plagued the imagination of Kremlin rulers for decades. It was no coincidence that the Russian pandemic vaccine was called Sputnik, an attempt to replace Google, sponsored by the Russian government. A special mindset was born that favored technological breakthroughs. This was most evident in Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev's 1957 introduction of the Soviet slogan, "Catch up and overtake America." Over the years, several explanations have emerged as to why Russia has repeatedly proven capable of rapid technological modernization. Start with a solid engineering education. Add to this the presence of totalitarian regimes, from czars to Stalin, which allowed for the massive concentration and brutal exploitation of the vast country's resources. This story is part of Russian history, from Peter the Great to Stalin. As a recent report on Russia's cyber capabilities showed, the authorities developing and deploying the Kremlin's cyber resources are closely linked to actors far outside the security state, such as universities and private companies. These were until recently integrated into the global market. As a result, access to Western technology, voluntarily provided by the West and sometimes unwittingly provided by industrial espionage, has become an implicit ingredient in achieving such breakthroughs. Stalin may have tormented his engineers forever in concentration camps, but without the German engineers kidnapped by the Red Army in occupied Germany at the end of World War II, the Soviet Union, we would never have launched Sputnik. It is for flying bomb Nazi V2. In the 2000s, a Russian engineer would never have developed Yandex if he hadn't imported his Cisco hardware from America for 5 years, which forms the backbone of Russia's internet. But this time, the Kremlin believes he can make the technological leap to 6G networks without access to Western technology. If he achieves this improbable goal, Putin will truly be set apart from previous Russian leaders.